here doing a termite inspection, and look what we have here, a subsidiary nest. So I normally scan around, see high moisture readings. That's what termites do. They introduce a lot of moisture into their immediate environment. And this one's actually quite widespread because I've already been here before and I've done the rounds. So what are we looking for? We're looking for mud, we're looking for distortion of timber, we're looking at species of termite, we're looking at timber type, we're looking at time of year, and we're looking at how this structure is built. It's all built with Besser block and it's on a concrete slab. I cannot get around all four sides of the building. There's like 6 inches between here and the building next door. So what we're going to do with this one is we're going to do a baiting program. So we can actually walk on top of this here. We'll do that a little bit later, I think, if time permits. But I'm going to install 2 stations on the top and introduce the bait to the termites that way. See all that? So we're right on the hotspot here, and this is where I know where to install 2 termite bait stations. One here, and just feed the termites from this point here. So that's where this tool is invaluable, because we can't go into somebody's house and just start ripping things apart. So this thing is invaluable for us to know where to put the actual termite bait station. Okay, here's a perfect example. Check this out. See where the expansion foam has been put in between this brick wall and this column? So they've utilised that to their own advantage and they've packed up in between it. Look, some people will say they can go through Besser blocks and concrete, this, that and the other. I imagine they could if there was a flaw in it to begin with. Look, I guess at the end of the day, they'll do whatever it takes to get the timber because they need to eat to survive. It's as simple as that. But they will explore a flaw in the concrete or expansion joins or a gap. And as we know, concrete, a slab particularly, expands and contracts depending the time of the year. This causes stress cracks and up they come. Also, when carpenters dyno bolt the bottom plate, that can cause a stress fracture because they actually are fracturing the concrete a little bit and they can come up that way. So, and bear in mind the size that they are, they're only very, very small. So of course they can exploit things like this. So yeah, and they've got to have timber to survive. They've got to have the cellulose in the timber. So this is where we find ourselves now with the termites. Okay, when we got called out, an electrician was called out because this particular power point or whatever it is was not working. As you can see here, the termites have actually eaten the rubber around the wire. Can you see that? Warmth, another draw card for termites. Termite mud packing, that's actually called Carton, C-A-R-T-O-N, and that's actually regurgitated timber and mud as well. Okay, so now we're going to make the bait, and all we do is add bottled water to it, keep going. That's nice and warm, I can feel that, that's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to screw this on here, because I don't have a lot of room to play with. Now what I'm going to do is I'm squeezing some bait into that furrow, and then I'm going to screw the lid on. So we're going to see what's going to happen in 2 weeks' time. I'm going to open it up. So I'm going to just take off this top one here. When I come back in 2 weeks, have a look and see if the termites have gotten into the bait.